great hard work. Our precinct officers and site captains, our volunteer coordinator, Doug Dibb, our volunteer party attorney, Jonathan Bloomberg. One of my favorite volunteer stories of 2020 was that Jonathan got in touch with Doug to want because he wanted to phone bank. And so Doug flagged him and said, you know, you should call this guy. Next thing you know, Jonathan's our attorney and his wife is a precinct chair. So that's how we like getting our volunteers. I want to thank our own Democratic force of nature, Yvonne Brannon, our amazing candidates and elected officials, our all Democratic county convention. Promise me you will never take that for granted. Diana Powell, who sent us many young people to Lit Drop who'd never been involved with the party before. There are so many others. I couldn't possibly mention them all. If I did not say your name, please know that I see you, I appreciate you, and I love you. So let's meet our sweethearts. All right. First up, we have County Commissioner, brand new County Commissioner, Shinica Thomas and her husband, Raymond Thomas. Raymond and Shinica met in a high school driver's ed class in Cumberland County. They went to different HBCUs and then married at the age of 21. They went to San Antonio for a while Raymond was stationed in the Air Force. And after a stint in Atlanta, they have made Wake County their home since 2001. They have two adult sons who grew up here in Wake County. They've always been actively involved in their community as individuals and as a family. Raymond coaches football for the city of Raleigh and tutors young athletes to prepare them for the SATs in college. He also volunteers for the YMCA, where Shinica serves on the advisory board. The entire family has volunteered on political campaigns, the Boys and Girls Club, at Ligon Middle School, the YMCA, the town of Wake Forest, et cetera, et cetera. The entire family supports Shinica in her political work. You may have seen Raymond at the polls if you were working the polls. They supported her through her successful run for county commission. So please congratulate our first set of sweethearts, Shinica and Raymond Thomas.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you so much. We are so excited. I was really surprised. I wanted to say thank you to everyone, but I want to just tell a really quick story. So the first time Raymond and I met, I know Rebecca said that it was in driver's ed, but actually we were in driver's ed and I walked in and Raymond was sitting in my seat and I was like, who's this guy in my chair? And he was like, you know, can I get your number? And I was like, I don't know you. But I was like, wait a minute, I don't know him. So that means he had to be from the other middle school. And I needed a campaign manager because I was running for student council. So I was like, yeah, you want to be my campaign manager? So Raymond was my campaign manager when I ran for student council when I was 15 years old. And so he's been managing my life and all my things, you know, since then. Bless him, bless him. So we've just been involved in the community doing so many awesome things. And I'm so excited. I walked upstairs. I told him, you know, 90 days before the election that, hey, I'm going to put my name on the ballot and I'm running for office again. And he was like, okay, like that's just who he is. That's who we are. And so we're so excited to be honored. We're so excited to continue the work in the community that we've always done. And like Rebecca said, Raymond's been out there tutoring and coaching football. So call him. Don't always call me. Look at that face. Oh, he's terrible. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Raymond, you got your hands full there, buddy. Okay. All right. Our next sweethearts are our other new county commissioner, Maria Cervania, and her husband, John Mason. They met in Austin, Texas, after Maria wanted a change from Chicago, and John was there working as an engineer for IBM. They met while being chaperones on a friend's blind date. The friend's blind date did not work out, but Maria and John did, and they've been together ever since, over 18 years. Politics was their common interest, and they were very active in the local Democratic Party in Austin. and they were selected as convention delegates for Obama's 2008 campaign. John's career progressed, Maria's passion for Democratic politics intensified. Next stop, Phoenix. And Maria worked for Obama's 2012 campaign, as well as congressional campaigns and Arizona's coordinated campaign. They chose to build a future in Wake County after just one visit. Um, Maria immediately became active in the Wake County Democratic Party, serving as the district coordinator and as Kerry vice chair. She's a member of the state executive committee and serves as second vice chair of the state Asian American Pacific Islander Caucus. In addition to her political work, Maria is a biostatistician and a trained epidemiologist. John, in one of the cooler mentions this evening, is a bagpiper for the Wake District Safety Pipes and Drums. He's a strong supporter and partner in Maria's political life and the main source of support during her recent run for county commission. So let's congratulate our second set of sweethearts, Maria Cervania and John Mason. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Good evening, everybody. Happy Hearts of Blue. It's a great honor to be named 2021's Wake County Democratic Party Sweethearts, along with my fellow Commissioner Shinica Thomas and her husband, Raymond. Every year, actually, for me, it's always exciting to hear who the sweethearts are. From Governor Cooper and First Lady Kristen Cooper to Representative Allison Dahl and Lou Ponder, and then having that very special honor to present the award to Mayor TJ and Kathy Colley. It's such a pleasure to actually receive the award. I never thought that we would be able to have this honor bestowed to us. So just to really make it quick, thank you from the both of us. And, like Rebecca said, we're strong Democrats, and we just want to make sure that, we continue the love and into the future to have the strongest Democratic Party we can for all of us and for all the kids and all of everybody in Wake County and in our country. So thank you so much again. Happy Valentine's Day, and have a great evening. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. What great sweethearts. Yay. It has long been our custom to select 2 mentors each year for our Ronnie Condrey Mentor of the Year award. But this year we went with 3. As we said before, 2020 was an election year filled with unprecedented challenges. COVID put a focus on voting by mail, resulting in much higher volume of absentee ballots. And the fear-mongering from the former president sowed seeds of doubt about the safety and validity of our elections. I've never experienced so many questions and so much concern around the act of voting. Our 3 members of the Wake County Board of Elections had to take on a lot of extra responsibilities, especially in terms of voter education. Chairman Greg Flynn and members Erica Porter and Gerry Cohen attended many virtual meetings and took to social media to explain procedures, answer questions, and calm the fears of anxious voters. They really did go above and beyond of what is asked of them as board members. Up first, Greg Flynn serves as chair of the Wake County Board of Elections, having been appointed by Governor Cooper. But even before he was appointed, he attended almost every Board of Elections meeting for over 4 years, sometimes as the only public observer. He is an architect by trade and a researcher of policy and politics by passion. Originally from Ireland, he became a United States citizen on the steps of the state capitol on July 4th, 2010. His wife, Anita Sawney, is a Raleigh dentist, and daughter, Sophie, is a junior at Broughton High School, and they've been enjoying his quarantine baking. His pandemic sourdough starter was born on March 23, 2020, and has been widely shared. So thank you, Greg, for all the hard work this year. And congratulations on being one of our Ronnie Connie mentors.
Thank you all. It is indeed an honor to receive this award bearing the name of Ronnie Condrey, whose steadfast engagement and encouragement has been an inspiration. I am joined on the board by the extraordinary Erica Porter and encyclopedic Gerry Cohen. You know, Wake County, we have more registered voters than
Did we lose Greg, or is that just me?
I think we may have lost Greg.
Okay. Greg, I don't know if you can hear us. But I tell you what, we'll move on and come back to you when you get your audio back. Okay? Thanks. We'll come back to you, Greg. But we'll move on now to Erica Porter, the second member of our Board of Elections here in Wake County. Erica brings her fun personality, attention to detail, and desire to create equity for all in her role as a member of the Wake County Board of Elections. She came to Wake County Dems through the Wake County Young Democrats, where she planned fundraisers, worked the polls, campaigned, all those things. She's very active in the community. She serves as board chair for VAE Raleigh, which is a nonprofit that serves as a hub for artists and a voice for the creative community. She's also a board member for the LGBT Center of Raleigh. And did I mention that she is a lot of fun? Congratulations, Erica, on being a mentor this year.
Thank you. I was kind of sad that I was going to have to follow Greg, but now I don't have to worry about it because his video went away. But no, I am so excited whenever I heard we were getting this award. I'm very proud of us. We did a lot this year. You know, I became like a video superstar, you know, explaining how absentee ballots work, you know. And then I got to learn so much this year, as Greg mentioned, you know, Encyclopedia Gerry was always there, making sure, you know, we had the right information, but it was a lot. But it was fun for me. And everybody is just like, I can't believe you got through this. And I was like, you know, we just have an amazing team. All of us work well together. You know, Wake County Board of Elections staff is amazing. You know, if you ever have a question, they're going to make sure you get the answer. So, you know, I'm just grateful that you guys chose me and you're allowing me to serve. And so, you know, I hope to stay around longer if you'll have me. But thank you so much for the honor.
Thank you, Erica. We do appreciate all the hard work. All right. I suspect Greg has broken his audio and video from being on so many Zooms, but to explaining to people about voting. But let's move on to Gerry. Gerry Cohen joined the Wake Board of Elections in 2019. Previously, he served on the Chapel Hill Town Council and was vice chair of the Orange County Democratic Party. He's been in Wake County since 1984, where he served on the Raleigh Transit Authority and has served as a precinct officer, served on the state executive committee from both Orange and Wake counties. He was a delegate to the Democratic National Convention in 1980 and served on the convention's rules committee in both 2004 and 2008. He's currently an adjunct professor at the Duke Sanford School, where he teaches grad students on election law and data. He has a statewide reputation as an expert in election law and really came through with a lot of information on Twitter for us this time. Gerry, congratulations and thank you for your hard work.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. And I want to thank the Wake County Democratic Party for this honor, which I share with the other members of the Wake County Board of Elections. When I accepted the nomination of your chair, Rebecca, and the Wake County Executive Committee in March of 2019, I had no idea, nor anyone else, what the 2020 election cycle would bring with the pandemic. With our county elections director and staff, hundreds of employees processing 200,000 absentee requests, 1,000 early voting employees, and thousands of election day workers in a pandemic, we saw the highest turnout in Wake County history with an election conducted with absolute integrity. Although I got a bit tired after examining 40,000 absentee envelopes. I'm proud to have participated in administering our election process, and I'm willing to accept this spring another 2-year term if your new chair and county executive committee is willing. This coming biennium, we'll see municipal elections this fall and possibly next spring. A primary and U.S. Senate election. Hope we'll see record turnouts in the next cycle as well. Thank you so much for the honor.
Thank you, Gerry. We appreciate you so much. I see that our chairman, Greg Flynn, is back on. Greg, I told him that you must have broken your computer with all the Zooms that you did in 2020. So if you're back with us and would like to pick up again. We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Did Greg's video break again just as he was being cut to? I'm not sure.
I believe so. Well, we will keep coming back until we hear from him. Okay. So Wake County Democrats, we are exceedingly lucky to have 3 such strong and dedicated Board of Election members. They really were put to the test last year and came through with flying colors. Another challenge in 2020 was keeping our auxiliary groups active and vibrant in the age of COVID. They all did a great job. This year's rising stars, Nikki, Jeffries, and Zach Padgett, had the job of leading 2 of our auxiliaries during 2020. Nikki Jeffries serves as the chair of the Wake County African American Caucus. She became involved here in Wake County by working on Linda Coleman's congressional campaign. She has a degree in both criminal justice and an MBA. She's worked very hard to keep the African American Caucus active and robust during the shutdowns. The caucus has volunteered in making calls into unorganized precincts for us, trying to get volunteers and to get the precincts organized. They've just been very proactive. And she's got something that I really, really admire, which is a quietly effective professional leadership style. The caucus is lucky to have her, and she certainly is a rising star. Congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you, Rebecca. I really do appreciate this award. I certainly could not be a rising star without people like Rebecca, the wonderful board members that we have, Miss Henrietta Corsi, even Maria. I remember whenever I presided over my first meeting, I wasn't so sure if I was going to be able to do it. And Maria was like, "You're a quiet leader. I know that you can do it." So I just want to thank everyone for their support. And I'm looking forward to continuing on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. We really appreciate your hard work. And our final honoree tonight, though certainly not least, is Zach Padgett. For the past 2 years, Zach has served as president of the Wake County Young Democrats. He's been a precinct chair. Before law school, he volunteered on multiple Senate and congressional campaigns. Worked on, I'm sorry. Real work. When not volunteering for the party, Zach works as an assistant attorney general with the North Carolina Department of Justice. He and his wife, Allison, spend most of their free time chasing around their 10-month-old son, Jack. And I most appreciate Zach for his communication skills and his making sure that the Young Democrats were represented at our monthly board meetings. There had been a bit of a disconnect for a while, but he made a point of nurturing the connection, and we're grateful for that. Congratulations, Zach, on being one of our mentors, rising stars this year.
Thanks, Rebecca, and I'm sorry, I thought I was muted there when I interrupted. I apologize. I want to say thank you so much to both you and all the other Democrats for this great award. It's been a pleasure over these last 2 years getting not only work with you, but so many of the people on the call tonight, and to accomplish what we did here in 2020. I was incredibly proud of the work that we did as a party here in Wake County. We were one of the few bright spots in North Carolina. And I'm hopeful that if we can do this again in 2022 and not only replicate the success here, but also try and spread it across the state. And I want to just say that while I appreciate the honor tonight, I really see this more as a recognition of the great work that was done by the Young Democrats our members did so much this year. They knocked on doors, they made calls, they wrote text, emails, they did everything they could to make sure that we had this success. And so I want to say thank you on behalf of all the Young Democrats for this great award. I truly appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you as well. So grateful for our sweethearts, our mentors, our rising stars. They really have done so much, as so many of you have, to elevate Wake County and the work that we do here. And Greg, whenever you come back during this, we still have more entertainment, we still have more program. So please let us know and we'll get you back on screen. But before we move on, I would like to take a moment of personal privilege to give a shout out to one of the finest Democrats I have ever known. Our longtime treasurer, Max Adams, has had to step away from duties as he deals with some health issues. Max is our voice of reason, our mentor, and our very dear friend. As much as Democrats seem to love to argue and fight amongst ourselves, I'd be hard pressed to recall a negative word about
It is indeed an honor to receive this award bearing the name of Ronnie Condrey, whose steadfast engagement and encouragement has been an inspiration. I am joined on the board by the extraordinary Erica Porter and the encyclopedic Gerry Cohen. You know, Wake County has as many voters as each of 10 US states, and our largest precinct has more voters than each of over 10 North Carolina counties. So we have a lot to deal with. And this year saw a record participation, just shy of 80% turnout. In spite of all the curveballs thrown at us, things went relatively smoothly. And I owe big thanks to our great executive director, our amazing staff, and thousands, literally thousands of incredible volunteers who make us look good. So thank you all for this honor.